Yes, lads, welcome back to the channel. And boys, it's happened again. Manchester United have sacked yet another manager in the post-Fergie era. And this time it is Erik ten Hag, FA Cup winner, Carabao Cup winner, gave debuts to so many youth talents in this team, the likes of Ethan Wheatley, Alejandro Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo, just to name a few. Unfortunately, he is gone. And I've had so many questions about, are you happy? Are you sad? What's your thoughts on it? And to be honest with you, that is what we're going to get into in today's video. And then touch on what is coming next for Manchester United. So if you guys are pumped, go down below, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new. We are less than 10 away from 400 subs, which is wild considering I made this channel only a few months ago. So keep subbing, keep liking, and whilst you're down there, drop a comment, your thoughts on Baldy going. Now, we're going to get into this because when we first announced him, one of the things I was most worried about is, was he going to be backed and was he going to get the time? So he was going into his third year, but you could make a strong argument that he probably should have went at the end of last season. But obviously winning the FA Cup, the board was like, right, we're going to give you more time. You have some massively bad results this season. Couple draws in Europe, couple really unfortunate performances like the one against Liverpool and Spurs in particular. And they kept giving him more time and more time. Oh, we'll give him after this break. We'll give him this run of fixtures. And you can't say he wasn't giving chance after chance after chance. In terms of the backing, he has been the most backed manager out of every single person since Fergie. You can make arguments for Jose, Ollie, LVG, even Moisey, that they weren't backed with the players they wanted to sign. Criteria of players, like who they wanted, how many people, who they wanted to get rid of, who they wanted replacing. They weren't backed. They spent money, but they weren't actually backed. There's a difference. Meanwhile, Erik ten Hag was backed. If you think about Manchester United's first choice starting 11, there is probably 3 people: Dalot, Bruno, Rashford. Please drop a comment if I'm forgetting anyone. There's only a handful of players that Ten Hag did not sign. This is his goalkeeper. He got rid of club legend, fan favourite for his own man, for his own style of football. He got rid of his old back line. He's put a new back line in with the likes of Licha and De Ligt and Mazraoui. He's brought in the likes of Casa and Ugarte. He's brought through the likes of Garnacho and Kobbie. Rasmus is now in the team. What I'm trying to say is, this is his team. This is his identity. And that's what makes this so much worse. Because going forward, we have been in such a, right, Ten Hag wants this man, we're going to get this man. And will these players be able to adapt to a new manager coming in? I guess that comes down to what manager comes in, how different is his style compared to Ten Hag's. But we'll get into what's next at the end of the video. People are asking, oh, are you happy or sad about this? And I'm sitting there like, if your manager's getting sacked from your football club, you can't be happy. Because that means something's going really bad. Do you know what I mean? And I think we'll look back on the Erik ten Hag era with fondness as well as disdain. Like, you think there's been some stinkers. The 7-0 to Liverpool, obviously the 3-0s, 4-0s to the likes of Bournemouth, West Ham's, the Brentfords and all that. You also had some of those most magical nights I've ever experienced as a Man United fan. You had the Carabao Cup versus Newcastle, the FA Cup final versus Manchester City with the two academy graduates scoring on the day. You had that game against Liverpool, the 4-3, the 3-1 against Arsenal, the 2-1 against Liverpool, Barcelona game. There has been so many incredible moments and so many incredible memories that I'll never, ever forget. And he's given us some incredible young talent. I touched on it a little bit before. Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo, just to name 2. He's brought through the likes of Ethan Wheatley. Dan Gore's made some appearances. Harry Amass is slowly getting there. Been put on the bench the last couple of weeks. He's also brought in some players that I will love for years to come. The Leachers, the Hoylands. I don't think it's been a massive failure. But let's be honest. When we signed him in the first place all those years ago, we thought he was the man to take us forward. Everyone was raving about him like he was the next Pep Guardiola. And it just hasn't worked out. Before we go into the what's next for Manchester United, I just want to say, Erik, because he will be watching this video, thank you. You've tried everything you can. I'm going to be honest with you. I almost feel like the right manager, but the wrong set of players. The problem for Erik was that he's the one who brought these players in. Because I said this after Ollie. world-class manager after world-class manager, false dawn after false dawn. Maybe we should start pointing the finger at those who actually control it on the pitch. Because some of those players have sacked another manager there. Again. But in terms of what is next for Manchester United, just don't be bloody Southgate. The time of recording is the Tuesday morning about 7:30, and there's a lot of speculation that Ruben Amorim, the Sporting Lisbon manager, is looking likely to come in. We're paying like a 10 million release clause. If you don't know much about him, don't worry, I didn't either. He has managed Sporting Lisbon for the last couple of years. He's 39 years old. Bruno Fernandes loves him. I remember him saying in the press conference a couple months back, I think, about young up-and-coming managers and all that. He plays a 3-4-3. So in defence, he'll be more of a 5-back, but when we're on the ball, you can have Yoro, Leacher and De Ligt. With like Dallo, Mazraoui, that'd be even better for the likes of Luke Shaw and Harry Mass if they're breaking in. So that's something to be excited about if it is Ruben Amorim. I reckon he's the most likely candidate right now. And I don't know if this has actually happened or it's just media speculation, but it's definitely what I'm going to run with. He rejected Liverpool in the summer, so always a dub to say no to the Scousers. But Ruben Amorim, is he going to be the right man to come in? A young up-and-coming manager from a second-tier league, if you want. Plays nice, aggressive, attacking football. Loves a rebuild. Doesn't sound familiar. Eric. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I reckon by the end of tomorrow, maybe even today, Ruben Amorim is actually signed an official Man United manager. I reckon Van Nistelrooy will be manager for Leicester. And then come Sunday for Chelsea, Ruben Amorim will be in the dugout. So I'm not going to go too much into him because I do think he's about to become manager. And I don't know, man. I don't know. What's next for Manchester United? Really can't get any worse. Right. See you boys next time, lads. Take care and peace.